Welcome back to Love, Life, and Libations, and I'm your host, Sydney Hernández. Campbell, you raggedy bitch. So, our next question is, how would you feel if your best friend dated one of your exes?
So which one of you hoes want to get fucked up first?
I feel like that's like one of those things where it's just like, girl, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Which one of you motherfuckers want to get fucked up first? My best friend or the bitch that just tried it?
So your ex.
The only person that can do that shit is me.
Oh, so double standards are your thing.
Just kidding. I'm talking about
I feel like there was a lot of truth in that statement.
Confident when you said that.
You go, I'll go last.
I mean, I agree. Like, that's a death sentence to me. Because it's like, especially if we talk about like my best friend, like you know everyone I've been with, and it's like you know in detail everything that's happened, my emotional attachments to this person. So it's like, why would you? You know what I'm saying? To me, that's betrayal. That's like up there to get you booted out.
I feel like people do shit like that just to, like, why are you trying to be petty? Why do you want your ass whooped?
Right, literally. It's like, if you wanted me to fucking throw you across the fucking street, I could have just threw you across the fucking
You
street.
just woke up and chose death, and I don't understand.
Cause baby, how do you feel, Arlen?
I have mixed feelings towards it. I don't, I know this sounds pathetic and sad or whatever. I don't really have a gay male best friend like Ty Harbaughter with is my brother that exceeds like a best friend. But to me, in general, I feel like I kind of had mixed feelings because one of my teachers from high school, I found out that her now ex-husband was initially the friend of somebody she initially dated, but they ended up working out better. You know, they ended up getting married. They were married for a long time. They had children. Sometimes you might block your blessing because of, what's something that's considered taboo. So I do think it depends on context. However, if you're my best friend and you date my ex and we didn't end on good terms, you know everything I did, you know everything that they did, you still chose to date them, do not come to me talking to me, especially if they haven't grown since like we've been apart. Don't come to me, oh they doing this, oh they doing that, oh I hate this motherfucker. Bitch, I told you this shit was gonna happen because honestly, I would just wait until it pans out how I probably know it's gonna pan out, and then after y'all break up, I would just block. I told you so, and then I'll just block both of
them.
Period.
Well, we all on the same accord on this one.
Yeah, right. Definitely. So tell us a time when you were gay bad.
One day, my ex posted a picture of me and him kissing. It's not necessarily something that I do, but he did. I don't give a fuck. It's posted now. Whatever. My cousin came on the post and was like, "What the fuck, cuz?" And I was like,
"Did they know or no?"
What the fuck if they knew?
No, but they were probably just shocked. Like, I didn't know you were gay or something. That's why they were coming from.
That's not how you do it. But my cousin, he was like, "What the fuck, cuz?" And I was like, "What do you mean, what the fuck, cuz?" And he said, "What's up with all of this?" And I'm like, "I think it's a picture of me and my dude kissing." He was like, "I can see that," or some bullshit like that. And he was just like, "Oh damn, I didn't know you was with that shit." And then he said something else, and I won't treat him, but he's my older cousin, and I don't know, he's like 50, 60 some years old.
Okay,
he
could have got thrown right into fucking like this shit.
Throwing more people out the window.
So I called my mama, and I'm like, "You need to check this motherfucker because I don't know what's his problem."
Okay.
You know, like I'm trying to be respectful, so I'm gonna let you handle that shit. And then she was like, "Shit, well maybe you shouldn't have posted the picture." So.
What about y'all? Have you guys ever been gay bad?
Go ahead.
Can we give an example of what gay bash is? Because I've had certain homophobic instances, but I want to have to make sure I have a clear understanding.
Gay bash, when you was being you, and the motherfucker who was very ignorant chose to give their expression on how they don't like what you just did.
Oh, perfect example. So when I was in training to get my CDL, he shall remain nameless because he's irrelevant. He got in the truck with me, and he said, and he had just started getting the maneuvers down. I was still kind of struggling with my maneuvers a little bit that we had to do. So graduates, he's like, "All right, I'm getting in the truck and I'm helping you with because bro, you sorry as fuck right now. And just to clarify, I know about you and this, I already know this. I'm like, you know what? And he's like, I just know. And I'm like, no, we grown. You know what? He's like, I know that you like men. And in my head, what the fuck
does that have to do with
What does that have to do with anything? What the fuck does that have to do with the truck? What the fuck does that have to do with us graduating? What the fuck does that have to do with me getting these maneuvers so I can graduate and I can get this money? You're being a fucking dumbass. And then on top of that, my two friends, hey Johnny, hey Julie, love y'all. You know, they basically peeped that he was kind of full of shit because like Julie said, you know, he'll walk around like, you know, his chest all poked out, but then that ass switching too. So it's like, y'all know the main ones will be super homophobic end up being. So, but he probably about it.
Digging booty?
Probably.
They be digging booty.
And
What if he was a top?
who was the top?
Yeah, he was.
I was trying to give you some money.
Who's giving pointers? You fucking your boyfriend?
Who?
What?
Huh?
What the fuck are you talking about? You talking about some other shit. Talking about some pointers.
Whoa.
Anti-way. Have you ever been gay bashed?
I mean, honestly, like, I grew up in the South. So, in like kind of an hour south of actual like civilization south. So, most of my childhood, it was a lot of gay bashing. Like, getting thrown down hills, thrown in ant piles, being called, you know, the F word every other day, getting beat up in school, can't make friends, all this stuff. Like, I was like, sexually harassed in schools. One dude used to walk around asking me to suck him off, and I was so crazy. You had to get the principal involved.
Did you suck him off against?
No, I didn't. I didn't have sex until I was 18.
Okay.
But I think that's
That's
interesting
fucking
because, like, the South, they're
But
ridiculous.
the ironic thing is he grew up in the Atlanta metro area, so the irony of that.
Oh, they still don't like gay people there. They just like the money.
Yeah.
Now I'm saying the gay culture there and just a huge gay population, I think that's kind of ironic.
So tell us about your experience coming out. Who did you tell first? Can I make a disclaimer?
Yes.
We talked about this earlier. Do you feel, I want to add on to this question, do you feel like you need to come out? Like, do you feel like that's a process?
I got you. So, me being me, I don't put nobody in my business about nothing that I do. Never have, never will. I never felt like it was necessary for me to tell people that I am what I am. Like, bitch, whose motherfucking business is it that I am what I am?
Right.
Like, I'm not telling nobody shit. But, like, there are people who, like, assume and want to think shit. I'm not giving you no answer. You're not going to ask me, oh, are you this, that, and third? No, I'm not telling you shit, bitch. Find out.
Okay.
My parents, no, so my father, I never actually told my father no shit like that. But one day, I had a conversation with him where this is what I knew he knew at this point. I had a conversation with him, and he was talking about me coming down there to visit him one time. This is when I was in a relationship, and I was just like, he was like, oh yeah, you come down there for a couple months or some shit like this, and I was like, oh well. At the time, this is with somebody that I probably shouldn't have been with. They was a little controlling, and I'm like, well, you know, like if I come down there, I'm gonna have to be with my friend. He was just like, who is my friend? And I'm like, my friend, motherfucker, it's the motherfucker that I'm coming down here with. He's like, well, who is your friend? And I'm just like, the dude that I'm talking to. He was like, oh, okay. He's like, go ahead.
Hey, that's what you say.
Yeah, and so then that was that. With my mother, I never actually told her. But
Mamas usually know.
I think no. So I was in college. When I was in college, my mom called me one day, and she was just like, "Yeah, so somebody put a letter in the mail that said that you're like gay or something."
A letter in the mail that
Yeah.
Someone was outing
So
you?
it was my brother.
we got mail.
Did you beat him up?
No, him. My brother fucked me up. Hell no, I know how to fight, but I ain't stupid. She called me and she was just like, you know, like, ooh, like you can let me know, like we can talk, like we already knew or some other bullshit. I want to say some words to my mother because you knew what.
Right.
There's a little sugar in your tank, baby.
That's what she said. But yeah, that was a little weird. So I had broke down this whole long ass text message like, It really doesn't matter what the fuck, who after damn. It ain't nobody's business, this, that, and the third. Whatever the case may be. I really don't care to know how you feel about the situation. And it is what it is. And then I started bringing a bunch of niggas. No, I'm just
all crazy.
No, I actually,
then it was a fucking whorehouse after that.
I've only
That's that on that.
He got mail though.
No, I've only taken 3 people. I've only taken 3 people that like met my mama. Everybody else is like I don't like taking people to my family house because like I don't want them to think like I'm a hoe already. Like it's already bad enough that I'm out here. Like y'all know I'm out here, but y'all I'm not.
You want them to know the truth.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So like
How out here?
unless I'm like super duper serious, I don't take motherfuckers around my family. Even then, it's a long time before the motherfucker that I'm serious with gets to meet them. Unless it's on some accidental shit where I had to go to my parents' house. I'm sorry, my mother's house. And like it just happened that we together. My mama's the type of person where if you come on her property, you gotta speak.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, at that point,
What about you, Charles? What was like your coming out story? I hate asking that because I feel like it's so.
This one's kind of cliche. And
It is kind of cliche because we don't like. I didn't come out as straight. You know what I mean? Like it is what it is. I am what I am. And it's like, what you say?
I said you gotta take a dick.
Okay, so.
I don't really know that I had a true coming out story. So, like, my dad, he knows. But anyway, we never talked about it. My mom, I mean, obviously she knew because, one time she was washing my clothes and I did not. She never washes my clothes. This is, context. So she decides to wash my clothes. She finds all my gay porn DVDs that I was hiding in my dirty clothes. Then I think one day she found my dildo. I tried to lie about it.
Oh my god, no!
Not the dildo!
No! She
I had to lie about it. And so, I was sloppy. I was young.
Not the dildo!
I never had a dildo before.
But when we actually had an somewhat conversation about it was very low key. I was dating this guy and it was the 4th of July. My sister wanted to get her car fixed. And I'm like, it's the 4th of July. And I'm sitting here watching you get your car fixed. And I was like, Mom, so I want to go hang out with my friend. She's like, really? I'm like, yeah. I'm going to go hang out with my friend. And she's like, oh. Okay. Oh, she's like, and then y'all birthdays around each other. You guys can share birthdays together and Thanksgiving together. I'm like, so that was her way of saying, okay, like, I know you.
I know.
This is your boyfriend who you're obviously going to go see. Mm-hmm. Oh, whatever. Then she let me go now. I won't say the rest of the evening, but there was lots of fireworks that day.
Fireworks, all right.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Hello.
What about you, Orlando?
Okay, so not to make it too long, basically long story short, I got caught sneaking out of the house twice to go get some dick. And then my dad ended up having to come and talk to me. Now, keep in mind, my parents had been divorced since I was 9, I was 15, but my dad was still very much in my life. So we sat in the kitchen, and he was like, why are you sneaking out of, your mother's place? And I couldn't tell him, I just snuck out to, go have sex and this, that, or whatever. Like, I was just very evasive of it. And then at one point, he threatened, like, if you don't tell me, I'm going to hang you over the back of the balcony. And
like
then,
Jackson?
Yep, basically. And this is the thing. I was like probably like between 5, I was like probably 5'10", 140 pounds. Like, it would have been nothing for my dad to probably hang me with one hand because he was like, huh. But I went in my room, I was just like, you gotta tell him. But what I did was, instead of telling him that I got in a 26-year-old's car to go to the south suburbs so he could freak me in his the multi-purpose room at his job, I told him about a different scenario that happened a month prior. Like, oh, well, I snuck out to meet this dude. His name was Antonio. He's 19 years old. Da-da-da-da-da. And then he was like, oh, well, I knew already. And then I'm just like,
so he just wanted you to say it.
He just wanted me to say it, and then honestly, I feel like he took it better than my mom because usually the mothers will take it better, but it seemed like my mom took it harder than he did. So that's my technically coming out story.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Maybe I'm not telling you shit.
Okay. So, what's your best and worst experience dealing with the LGBT culture? The culture.
Can I go first?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I have several examples, but the worst example definitely would have been, and you definitely know this, I was staying on 92nd and Ellis, child, with some friends. So basically, 2 of them I had met via Stern on Halstead via this program called